The Dallas Cowboys successfully ruined the career of Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott was once considered one of the most promising running backs in the NFL. After a standout college career at Ohio State, he was selected by the Dallas Cowboys with the 4th overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft. In his rookie season, Elliott quickly established himself as one of the league's most dominant running backs, rushing for over 1,600 yards and leading the Dallas Cowboys to a 13-3 record. And some may even say, after that rookie season, he had a Hall of Famer jacket waiting for him at the end of his career. However, in the years since his rookie season, Elliott's performance has declined, and many people have questioned whether the Dallas Cowboys have done enough to support him and unlock his full potential. One of the main criticisms of the Dallas Cowboys' handling of Ezekiel Elliott is their over-reliance on the run game. In his first 3 seasons, Elliott led the league in rushing yards per game, but the Cowboys' offense often struggled to move the ball through the air. This over-reliance on the run game may have contributed to Elliott's decline in performance. As defenses began to key in on him, his yards per carry average dropped, and his ability to make big plays on the ground was limited. Furthermore, the Cowboys' inability to develop a more balanced offense may have hindered their ability to win in the biggest games. In the 2018 playoffs, for example, the Cowboys faced off against the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round. Despite Elliott rushing for over 100 yards, the Cowboys' offense sputtered, and they ultimately lost the game 30-22. Another factor that may have contributed to Elliott's decline in this performance is of quarterback Dak Prescott. While Prescott has had some strong seasons with the Cowboys, he has also struggled in some of the team's biggest games. In 2018, that divisional round loss to the Rams, Prescott completed only 20 of 32 passes for 266 yards and 1 touchdown. Prescott, who was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in 2016, initially showed great promise as a young quarterback with a strong arm and good enough accuracy. He quickly established himself as a starter over former starter Tony Romo and played a key role in the team's success in his first few seasons. However, in recent years, Prescott's performance has been more inconsistent, particularly in the bigger games. The Cowboys have one of the most potent offenses in the league, but they struggle to score points in key games against the top opponents. In those games, Prescott often seemed hesitant or indecisive, failing to connect with his receivers on critical plays. This inconsistency in Prescott's play has had a negative, very, very negative impact on Elliott's performance as a whole. When the quarterback is struggling to move the ball downfield, defenses can focus way more heavily on stopping the run game, making it harder for Elliott to find holes and gain yards. Without a reliable pass game to keep defenses honest, Elliott's effectiveness can be severely limited. Of course, there are other factors that could have contributed to Elliott's struggles in recent years, including injuries and lack of support from the offensive line. However, it is clear that the Cowboys' inability to establish a consistent and an effective passing game has been a major factor in their overall offensive struggles. And another issue, that has been raised in relation to Elliott's decline is the lack of support he has received from the Cowboys organization. In 2017, Elliott was suspended for 6 games following allegations of domestic violence. While Elliott was ultimately cleared of any criminal charges, the suspension and ongoing legal issues were a significant distraction for the young running back. Some people have criticized the Dallas Cowboys for not doing enough to support Elliott during this time, including providing him with access to counseling and other resources that could have helped him manage the situation. The lack of support may have contributed to Elliott's decline and motivation as well as focus, and could have limited his ability to develop as a player. There are also concerns about the Cowboys' ability to develop a more balanced offense that can compete with the top teams in the league. While the team has made some improvements in this area over the recent years, they still lack the consistency and firepower needed to win the playoff games. Do you remember their former head coach, Jason Garrett? He was in charge of the team during some of Ezekiel Elliott's most promising seasons. While he did have some success, including a divisional title in 2018, there are more concerns that he failed to maximize Elliott's potential. Some critics argue that Garrett's conservative offense approach, which relied heavily on the run and failed to take advantage of Elliott's ability as a receiver, limited the running back's effectiveness and prevented him from reaching his full potential as a dual-threat player. Garrett's departure from the team may have been necessary to unlock Elliott's full potential, but it possibly was already too late. Jerry Jones, another suspect in this investigation of who killed Ezekiel Elliott's career, has been a controversial figure in the world of professional football for decades. While he is often praised for his business acumen and his role in building the Dallas Cowboys into a global brand, there are concerns about his impact on the team's on-field success. Some critics argue that Jones' meddling in football operations, particularly in regards to player personnel decisions, has hindered the team's ability to build a cohesive and successful roster. The saga of Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys offers several lessons for NFL teams and players. One key lesson is the importance of a balanced offense. While a dominant run game can be a valuable asset, a team that relies too heavily on the run game can become predictable and vulnerable to defensive schemes designed to stop the run. Developing a more balanced offense can attack defenses and multiply ways to essential, more sustained success in the NFL. Finally, the story of Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys highlights the importance of team culture and leadership. When a team has a strong culture and effective leadership, players are more likely to buy in to the team's vision and work together toward a common goal. When there is a lack of culture and leadership, players may struggle to stay motivated and focus on the task at hand. And in conclusion, the story of Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys is a cautionary tale about the dangers of over-reliance on the run game and the importance of supporting players on and off the field, and the crucial role of a team's culture and leadership in building a winning franchise. Whether the Cowboys can learn these lessons and turn things around remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the journey to sustained success in the NFL is a difficult one, and there are no guarantees of success. So let me know, did the Dallas Cowboys ruin the career of the once iconic Ohio State running back Ezekiel Elliott? Will Ezekiel Elliott ever put on a gold jacket when everyone his rookie season believed he could? Let me know in the comments.